I'm Nick Bautista and I'm a CFP professional. I've been in this business since 2009 at various different firms and doing various different roles. I've been a financial advisor since about 2012, working here at Clearview Wealth Management since that time. I typically meet clients via Zoom as I work out of my home office, and clients typically like the convenience of meeting with me in their pajamas. Of course, I love an in-person meeting, and our office currently is located by the Spectrum here in Irvine, California. Typically, we'll talk anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour, depending on your situation and where you're at in your financial life. I call our initial meeting the financial first date. It's really meant for us to get to know each other. I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions that may seem uncomfortable, but you're also going to do the same, asking me a lot of questions as to what I do and how I help with clients. It's really meant to be a loose environment where we just get to know each other. We're not going to make any big decisions. I'm not going to give you any recommendations. And at the end of that, we'll talk about what I see as the next steps. Perhaps we're going to meet again, or perhaps I have enough information to give you an idea as to what I can do to help your specific situation. So we primarily work with clients who are nearing retirement, somewhere 5 to 6 years out from retirement. And we also work a lot with clients who have a small business. It may just be themselves and a couple employees, but there's really a lot of tax planning strategy that we can utilize and help come alongside those types of clients to provide massive value to their financial situation. We help clients in a lot of different areas in regards to financial planning. First and foremost, we're going to start with budgeting, spending, and expenses. How are you doing managing your monthly income versus your monthly expenses? Next, what do we have saved up? How do we plan for that retirement date? And how much can you live on if you are going to retire at that specific age? Next, we got to align the investments to match that retirement age and making sure that we're not too conservative, but we're also not super aggressive and taking on added risk that we don't necessarily need to for that retirement. In addition to that, risk management. How do we ensure that the assets that you built up are protected through disability insurance, life insurance? Do you have an estate plan set up? How do you handle long-term care? How do you handle Medicare when you get closer to that age? And how do you claim Social Security? And of course, the biggest theme among all of those things is tax planning. How do we ensure that we minimize taxes not only before retirement, but in retirement? Things such as Medicare surtaxes, doing Roth conversions. How do we ensure that you pay the least amount of taxes possible? Unless, of course, you'd like to pay a lot more. You don't pay us by the hour. You pay us on either a fixed fee per year or through the investments or through both. The hardest part is finding an advisor, not only with experience, but someone who's going to be around in this business for a long time. And the problem with our industry is it's a very older industry where there's a lot of older advisors who are probably looking to retire in the next 10 years or less. And that's the absolute worst time to be retiring, but have your financial advisor also retiring as well. The transition to a new advisor who doesn't know your situation is probably one of the worst times you can retire and for them to retire. So being a younger advisor but having more experience allows me to be in your life, hopefully forever, if that's the case. But I'll be around this business for a long time, and hope to continue to do the best by my clients and for my clients. One of the biggest joys I have as an advisor is helping clients being able to retire. A lot of times it's sooner than they've planned, but the joy of helping that person or client get to where they wanted to go and achieving that goal and then continuing to live that lifestyle that they've always wanted to live brings great joy and satisfaction to what I do. So I've been in this business since 2009. Now, I've had a lot of different types of roles in this business. I started off selling life insurance to my buddies right out of college. That didn't really go the way I planned. After that, I worked for a self-help author who was helping people manage their finances, mainly creating a budget and spending less than they make. And I quickly found out I want to help people one-on-one. I wanted to be in their lives, helping them make better financial decisions so that they ultimately could retire and do the things that they want to do. Because with retirement, there are so many different factors to consider. Social Security strategy, Medicare strategy, tax planning, investment planning. Will I run out of money? All of those questions that surround one of our biggest decisions in life, which is when am I going to be done working and when can I start living off of my savings? And that is not an easy question to answer. So that's where I find a lot of joy in helping clients, is navigating through that process and coming alongside them through that process day in and day out. In our industry, it's an older industry. There's a lot of older advisors out there who are looking ready to retire or gonna retire in the next couple of years. And being a younger advisor with a lot more experience allows me the added benefit for you that hopefully I'm the only advisor in your lifetime. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, only time will tell. But I'll be doing this for a lot longer and be around a lot longer than most of these older advisors who may be retiring out fairly soon. And that's the ultimate worst time, when you're retired, to have your financial advisor retire. Something to keep in mind when you're exploring the options of finding a financial advisor. When you become a client, we're going to try and meet 2 to 3 times a year. Now, the first year is going to be a little bit more, 4 to 5 times a year, most likely, because we want to make sure that we're really starting strong with a lot of momentum to get things moving. I mean, that's the reason you hire financial advisors, to start taking action in your life. We're available by phone, email, and in most cases, you'll talk directly to me. So you're not reaching out to a call center. When you reach our office admin, she'll be able to set up a time that you can chat with us directly so that we can get you those answers to the questions you may have. And so our arrangement will be, every meeting will have a different theme to it around what is financial planning and how do we work through those separate issues, along with any present issues that you have or feel are very important that you want to go through, make sure that you have covered.